Good morning, friends. Today is Wednesday, May 20th, and we are on day, what day are we on of chickens? Do you know? Do you know? Oh, day 8. Yeah, day 8. Day 8. Okay, I got a chicken joke for you. You ready? What do you call a mischievous egg? A practical yoker. Get it? Like practical joker, but practical yoker because inside an egg is a yolk. Do you get it? Stop rolling your eyes at me. It was funny. All right. Today, friends, we're going to read a little bit about chickens and eggs. And then you're going to go on Google Classroom and take a quiz based on this reading. Please use this article, look back to the story to find your answers, okay? So let me turn on my handy dandy focus mouse because I love that. And you're going to open up this document. It's called the Egg Reader Magazine. And you're going to scroll all the way down. You can read all the rest of this magazine if you would like. But what the assignment is page 6 and page 7. So this tells you all about the parts of the egg. You already know all about that. All the way down to, eggs are graded too. That's interesting. Should read that one. Math challenge. Extra fun for those of you that are math experts. How'd you get it? No. To this page 6, it says right here, page 6 and page 7. So right now, if you choose, you can close this video. You can read this on your own and then you can go take the quiz, or you can read it with me and then take the quiz. Got it? All right, here we go. So which came first, the chicken or the egg? And if remember, this is too small, we can zoom this a little bit. Let's zoom in. There we go. Egg farmers who provide eggs for people in cities and suburbs know that their job is to put the chicken first. Their goal is to create a healthy hen. The healthier the hen, the more eggs she will produce. Remember that hens are girls. What do we call a boy chicken? Yeah, that's a rooster. Great. So a hen is a female chicken. During the 1940s, most people kept small flocks of hens in their backyards for eggs and meat. The hens were exposed to cold and freezing temperatures, diseases spread by contact with other birds, and contamination of their feed. So that means that some bacteria, maybe some diseases got into their food, and they ate that food and it made them sick. These problems caused as many as 40 out of 100 chickens to die. Well, 40 out of 100 would be 40%, right? The strongest hens were only able to lay 112 eggs per year. These were unwashed and kept at warm temperatures. These hens needed 8 pounds of feed to produce 1 dozen eggs. That's a lot of food for 1 dozen eggs. So eggs must have been fairly expensive back then. As more and more people moved to the cities, fewer people raised their own chickens. There were not enough eggs to meet the demand. Egg farmers looked for ways to enlarge their flocks to provide more eggs. So yeah, remember we learned about this in social studies. If there's a really high demand and a very low stock, that means the price is going to go up. So eggs were probably really expensive at this time. By the early 1960s, improved technology and use of mechanical equipment resulted in a shift from small farm flocks to larger commercial operations. Flocks of 100,000 laying hens are not uncommon, and some flocks number more than 1 million. Whoa. Can you imagine having 1 million chickens in your backyard? That's a lot of chicken poop. The egg industry and farmers pioneered many improvements in layer hen flocks. Today, many egg producers keep their hens in clean, dry laying houses. Temperature, humidity, remember that's the amount of moisture in the air, and light are controlled, and the air is kept circulating around them. So they probably have fans that keep the air circulating. Circulating has a base word, a root word of circle. So that means circulating means that it's going to keep going and going and going. Birds are either given the run-of-the-floor area or are housed in cages. Automatic feeders move food through troughs for the hens to eat. Along with the food, clean water is always available to the hens. Chickens are fed a balanced diet of corn, wheat, or milo grains and soybean meal. I may have said that word wrong. I'm not sure. Vitamins and minerals are added to their food. Today's hen eats a better balanced diet than most people eat. I would believe that. How much a hen eats depends upon the hen's size, rate of egg production, temperature, and the energy level of the feed. Today, it takes about 4 pounds of feed to produce 1 dozen eggs. Remember back here we read these hens need 8 pounds of feed to produce 1 dozen eggs. So they cut that in half. That means that it's going to save them money on the front end. They don't have to buy as much food to feed these eggs, and the price of the eggs can come down a little bit. High-quality egg production begins with using the right breed of chicken. The single-comb white leghorn breed is used most today. This breed reaches maturity early, utilizes feed well, and produces a large number of white-shelled eggs. Today, chickens are more than twice as productive as their ancestors, thanks to better nutrition and care. Each of the 275 million hens in the U.S., produces 250 to 265 eggs per year. Do you remember what they said back in the 1940s? The strongest hens were only able to lay 112 eggs per year. And that was the strong hens. So think about if there were hens that weren't strong. They definitely weren't laying that many eggs, right? So 112 eggs per year versus 250 eggs per year. Wow. Yeah, that's definitely more than doubling the amount of eggs they can make. Remember when you read nonfiction, friends, it's important to look at your text features. So here we have a picture and we have some captions. The captions, remember, tell us what's in the picture. So we know that this is a single comb white leghorn rooster. Do they lay eggs? No, that's a boy. Boys don't lay eggs. And we have a single comb white leghorn hen. And the hens are the girls, they lay the eggs, okay? Let's also read this. A rooster, a male chicken, does not need to be present for a hen to produce an egg. A pullet is a young hen less than 1 year old. Oh, okay. So after they're born and they're baby chicks, and they grow up a little bit and they stop looking so cute like the little fuzzy chicks, we call them pullets. Fact, hormones are never used in U.S. egg production. Okay, let's go to the next page. Move this out of the way a little bit. Here we go. From the farm to your store. From the moment the egg is laid, physical and chemical changes begin. Newly laid eggs must be gathered frequently and refrigerated quickly. Warm temperatures lower the egg's freshness and quality. Some eggs are still gathered by hand. Most large laying houses use automated gathering machines to do the job. Eggs that are gathered are moved into refrigerated holding rooms where temperatures are maintained at 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity is kept high to keep moisture from being lost from the eggs. Eggs are washed, sanitized, graded, and packaged. Graded. I wonder what that means. We'll find out. They are stored in large refrigerated coolers, then transported to refrigerated trucks to stores. Eggs are brought from the laying houses and on conveyor belts for cleaning, grading, and packaging. So that's the first step. Then the eggs are weighed by electronic scales and packaged by size based on weight. Then eggs are washed and sanitized. Sometimes a thin coat of mineral oil is applied to help maintain egg quality. Then, eggs are inspected for quality control by viewing them with special lights. This is called candling, where quality of the inside of the egg and shell cracks are determined. And we'll candle later on this week, but you can actually hold up the egg to light and you can see if there's cracks in the egg. You can also see if there's anything wrong with the inside of the egg or if there's a chicken growing on the inside of the egg. But like we talked about, these types of farms that are egg farms, they don't have any roosters on that have access to these hens. So there wouldn't be any baby chicks inside the ones you buy from the store. And last, packaged eggs are put in boxes and moved to a refrigerated room, cooler, for storage until they are shipped by refrigerated trucks to stores. So that's all we needed to read for your quiz. So you can go ahead and take your quiz right now. But I did want to answer my own question about grading. And that's further up in this article or in this magazine. Eggs are graded. Remember, we crossed that. We scrolled past that. So grade AA stands, eggs stand up tall. Yolk is firm. Area covered by white is small. There's a large proportion of thick white to thin white. Grade A. So look, you can see that it's just the way that the yolk is, I think. covers a relatively small area. Yolk is round and upstanding. Thick white is large in proportion to thin white and stands fairly well. Grade B, egg spreads out more. Yolk is flat and there's about as much or more thin white as thick white. Grade is determined by the inside and outside quality of the egg when the egg is packed. There is no difference in nutrition among the grades. Egg cartons from USDA graded eggs must display a Julian date, which is the date the eggs were packed. The cartons may have other markings, including the USDA grade shield, signifying that the eggs were graded by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, or a logo identifying that the eggs were produced according to certain animal care guidelines. Eggs sold in stores for your use and eggs sold to restaurants for cooking cannot hatch chicks. They are not fertile because remember, as I just said, they wouldn't have any roosters at those locations or those farms. So it looks like the grading is just depending on maybe these ones are the higher grade. They're the more, they can maybe charge a higher price for them. All right, so that's all we have for today. Go ahead onto that Google form and take your quiz. Good luck, friends. Love you, miss you. Take care.